What is anxiety? Anxiety isn't something you have, it's something you do. It's an emotional response, not a condition. Like crying or anger, they are not disease but emotions which flare up and go away on its own. We don't say that I have a disease of crying or anger. By shifting your mindset, you regain control of your anxiety. Instead of saying, I have anxiety, try saying, I feel anxious right now and it will go away, and trust me, no matter how strong the chatter is in your mind at that time, it will subside and become normal. This small change helps you see anxiety as a temporary state rather than a permanent part of your identity. Most anxiety symptoms are caused by the release of two stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones trigger physical sensations that might feel alarming but are not harmful. For instance, a racing heart isn't a heart problem, it's a surge of adrenaline making your heart beat faster. Your body releases adrenaline and cortisol automatically if it perceives danger. This is a survival mechanism, helping you fight or flee threats. However, the issue arises when the threat isn't real and your brain is overreacting. Your brain's threat processing system can become oversensitive due to life experiences, trauma, learned behaviors, or even personality traits. This oversensitivity triggers unnecessary releases of stress hormones, causing anxiety symptoms. But how you respond to them determines how your brain will perceive a threat or no threat. If you respond in fear, your brain will release more adrenaline and cortisol, reinforcing this belief. This affects your sleep and normal functions in life. The good news is that you can retrain your brain by changing your behaviors. Psychologists call these safety behaviors, actions you take to reduce anxiety symptoms which unintentionally reinforce the brain's oversensitivity. Start by identifying your safety behaviors. These vary depending on the type of anxiety you experience. For instance, if you experience panic attacks, safety behaviors might include avoiding crowded places or carrying items to protect you. With generalized anxiety, you might engage in constant reassurance seeking. For health anxiety, common behaviors include frequent self-checking, Googling symptoms, or seeking repeated reassurance from others. Once you've identified your safety behaviors, track how often you use them. Gradually reduce these behaviors week by week. Don't rush, your brain needs time to adapt. As you reduce safety behaviors, your brain will learn that these situations aren't threatening, and your anxiety symptoms will decrease over time. Also tell yourself that you are not in danger, and don't hold on to the thoughts that come into your head. Don't be like a dog chasing a dangling piece of meat, and wherever it takes it goes. Don't chase that negative thought and it will lose its power over you. Our brain is capable of making new pathways. Yes, it's possible. It's like when you walk on fresh grass, it comes up again, but over time if you keep walking on it, it will make pathway. Our brain has made strong pathways to our fears, and we need to train our brain to respond differently. When anxiety symptoms appear, the most effective response is counterintuitive: accept them. Trying to suppress, fight, or cure the symptoms often prolongs them. Instead, acknowledge the symptom. Remind yourself it will pass. Avoid engaging in safety behaviors. For instance, if you feel hot, resist the urge to immediately cool down or panic. If you're shaking or experiencing brain fog, remind yourself that these sensations are temporary and not dangerous. Of course, it's fine to use remedies for persistent conditions like headaches or stomach issues, but for most anxiety symptoms, acceptance is key. You won't overcome anxiety overnight, but with consistent effort, the principles discussed here can help you reduce anxiety and its symptoms over time. Start applying these strategies today. Identify your safety behaviors, reduce them gradually, and change the way you talk and think about anxiety. In time, you'll retrain your brain and regain control. Remember, anxiety is a normal human emotion. The less you fight it, the less power it has over you. Be kind to your mind, and take one step at a time toward feeling better.